Hey everybody, I'm here to do a tag video for you all. Today's tag is the characters book tag. I was tagged by Adriana from Perpetual Pages. I will leave a link to her video down below if you want to check that out. For this tag there are 11 questions all based on book characters and their traits and other things about them. So let's just jump right into the questions. And I have horrible memory, so I'm going to read it. Question number 1 is, who is the best kick-ass character? For that I chose Arya Stark from the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. I don't think I really need to explain why. She's just an awesome character, and as the series goes along, she just gets stronger and stronger, and she's out for revenge, and she has her heart set on that, and she's going for it. And I just love that about her, and she doesn't take any crap from anybody, so of course she's definitely an awesome kick-ass character, so I had to pick her. Question number 2 is, which character do you most dislike? It took me a little while to pick. I actually have a couple characters that I really dislike in some books, but when I saw this book on the shelf, I immediately was like, yes, this character especially, and it is Dimitri from the Bronze Horseman trilogy by Paulina Simons. If you've read this book, you know Dimitri is just one of those characters where just anytime you see him on the page, you just cringe because it's like, why? Why is he there? And he just gets in the way of the main characters and, you know, where the story's going. And he's just a horrible person in general. Like, his character is just horrible. And I cringed thinking about him, and seriously, the entire time I was reading this, I was like, is he gonna die? Because I really hope he's gonna die. And I don't typically wish death on characters, even if I dislike them. This one definitely made me think that the entire time there. Every single time he would pop up into the scene, I would be like, I'd get the chills. He was weird, creepy, evil, just everything that embodies a character that I hate, definitely. And he was an idiot. He was stupid, so there's that as well. Question number 3 is, if you could date any fictional character, who would it be and why? There is no doubt in my mind that I would pick Captain Thorne from the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer. He's so awesome. Just think of him as Han Solo meets Flynn Rider. Those two character mixes together sound hilarious, and Captain Thorne is an hilarious character, and that's just one of the traits I like in a relationship, is somebody who is funny and can make me laugh and also really hot. So definitely Captain Thorne, I have to say yes. Yes, 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 yes. Question number 4 is, if you could change a character in any way, what would it be? For this one, I chose Tella Holloway from Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. The reason being is I think I would have really enjoyed this story a lot more had she made smarter choices. She made some idiotic, stupid choices, and that actually goes into one of my other answers in these questions, but definitely one of the things I would change about her character is how dumb she is in this book. I really didn't like listening to her inner thoughts about certain things. Like, this was supposed to be a big adventure for her, and she's going off to go on this adventure to save her brother, and immediately the first thing she thinks about is, oh my gosh, I have to pack my makeup. Really? Really. All you can think about is looking good with makeup on your face when you have a dying brother in the other room that you need to think about first. And just thoughts that she made similar thoughts throughout the entire book, and it made me dislike her as a character, and she's the main character. So I think that's why I gave this, I think they gave this book a 3 or 3.5, but it definitely would have been higher had she been a smarter character. So definitely I would change her way of thinking in the book, most definitely. Question number 5 is, what character to you made all the wrong choices that didn't add anything to the book? That goes along with my thoughts on the main character in this book. I thought that she made poor decisions as far as what was more important. Like I said, she left to go on this adventure to save her brother's life, and the first thing she thinks of packing is her makeup. And then when she leaves, She has this other thought about how she'll take the crappier car instead of the nice car. But at least even though their daughter's running away, they can have a nice car. I thought that was a stupid thought. Choices throughout the entire book were pretty dumb, and I didn't really, even though she had a slight character development towards the end of the book, I really didn't at that point care for her. It didn't matter that she started making slightly smarter choices towards the end, but really everything in the beginning, no. And it's such a short book, really, that it should not have taken that long for her to start making good decisions. I'm gonna stop ranting about this book. Despite what I say though, it was a pretty enjoyable book. Not my favorite, but it was enjoyable, and I did read it in one sitting because it's pretty short and it's an easy read, so don't take all my thoughts to heart. Some people might think differently. That's just how I think. So yeah. Question number 6 is, which character was the best villain whom you love to hate? I think I grabbed this one immediately. There's no other choice for me in this, and that is Yagami Light from Death Note, story by Tsugumi Oba and art by Takeshi Obata. Basically, this entire story is about Light, and at first he is your average teenager, but really what makes this story so dark and interesting is you're basically slowly watching him descend into madness and evil. He becomes a very evil character, but despite that, he's so intelligent and smart in the choices that he makes. You enjoy reading him, and you enjoy seeing his interactions with the other characters, and that's what makes you love it. And if you haven't read this book yet, it is really, really interesting. I've already read the entire thing, but I actually have not read the physical copies that I purchased like a year and a half ago, back when these black editions came out. They're so beautiful, by the way. And I just absolutely love his character, and he's also a pretty good looking character too, so there's that plus. So definitely Yagami Light, yes. Yeah. Number 7 is, which is your favorite sidekick character with the most heart? So I had an initial answer for this question, and it was Susanna from Daughter of Smoke and Bones by Laini Taylor, but I thought about it, and although I still really like her character, and she's definitely a big part of the story, I feel like Ziri deserves to be the answer to that question because of the sacrifices that he makes for Kaoru and the things that he does to show his loyalty for her, and it's just amazing. I'm in the middle of the 3rd book, and from what happened to the end of the 2nd book to what's happening in the beginning of the book, like seriously, he cares about this girl so much, and he cares about what their goal is in this story, that he's willing to do anything. And if you've read these books, you know what I'm talking about, and that's what makes him character with the most heart. Yeah, Susanna gets kind of recognition in that question too, just because a lot of the comic relief is from her, and she's really funny, and she's a great character, and yes, so that's my answer. Question number 8 is, what is your favorite fictional romantic relationship? And for that one, I chose Hector and Elisa from the Girl of Fire and Thorn series by Ray Carson. Who would not pick them? First of all, this trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time, and so of course those characters are some of my favorite characters in the world. So when it came to picking a relationship, definitely this one. I was actually initially going to say Tatiana and Alexander from the Bronze Horseman trilogy by Paulina Simons, but I've used that answer before, and we all know that I love those characters and I love that story, but I haven't really talked too much about this series, even though it is one of my favorites, and so I had to use them as an answer because Hector. Oh, Hector. Question number 9 is, what character did you think was the strongest? And for that, I chose Juliet from the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahara Mafi. I didn't know whether I wanted to go like will strength or physical strength, so I just went with physical strength because she basically has super strength, and so I think that just fits the answer to a T as far as strongest character. She is awesome, kick-ass. She definitely doesn't start off that way. She kind of annoys me in the beginning, but what I like to see is character growth. I like to start off not knowing not knowing about a character and then slowly, gradually loving the character more and more, as opposed to just nothing coming from that character. And definitely she gets stronger both in mind and body, so I had to choose her. Of course, that makes the most sense to me. And question number 10 is best protagonist. And for that, I chose Mikasa from Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin by Hajime Isayama. She is just an overall kick-ass. I could have used her in the kick-ass character answer, but she's overall an awesome character. She kicks butt. She's the strongest in her class. She was above average in everything when they graduated from the academy, and she's just an awesome character. And she's also intelligent and very smart and makes wise decisions when it comes to dealing with certain things, especially what's going on in their world. So yes, definitely Mikasa, and I cannot wait to see how she grows more and learn more about her background story, and it's going to be awesome. I just know there's a lot more secrets hiding in her past, and I want to know what's going on. And then finally, question number 11 is who do you tag? And as always, I never look up beforehand who I'm going to tag, so I will pick some people and I'll leave them in the description down below, so check to see if your name's down there. As always, if you have any comments or questions about any of the books that you saw in this tag, please leave them down below. And I want to thank Adriana again for tagging me, and I will see you guys later. Bye!